Astartes. Hey guys, I'm Brian at 3D Animator, as it says right there. Due to so many of you guys... Stop looking at me, I'm recording! Due to so many of you guys asking my last video on episode 5, here it is. We're finally doing a reaction / analysis of part 1 to 4. If you haven't seen part 5 yet, maybe wait actually. Watch this first and then go on and check that out just to keep things in order. Now keep in mind I've already seen these episodes 1 to 4 at least, and so it's been a while. Don't worry if you're familiar with my channel, if you're familiar with my reaction videos. I first react and then we pop it over to Sync Sketch. We analyze them from an animator's point of view and we talk about some of the cool animations that we saw. But before all that, I have a very important task for you. I just want you to scroll down just a little bit and just completely destroy that like button. Listen, I know most of you guys are probably hardcore 40k fans. I'm sorry, I'm not. I barely know anything about the lore. All I know is these films, Astartes. So I just want you to know that I'll just be analyzing these from an analytic point of view. So if all that sounds like a good time, sit back, relax, and let's enjoy this masterpiece. I honestly can't wait to rewatch these. I understand if you guys don't want to watch the reaction since I've seen these a few months ago. So on the top right, I'll have timestamps to where the reaction begins and where the analysis begins if you're more interested into dissecting the animation. Oh, let's do this. It's so freaking cool, man. Oh, that's so dope. I wonder how the rocks were made. The meteorites? Must have been generated, some sort of a generator. He couldn't have possibly modeled every single one. Yeah, so I guess this first one's just 50 seconds. It mostly consisted of just walk cycles and just pure tension. They're just trying to build atmosphere at this point, I think. Alright, let's hop on to the next part. We'll analyze all of these later. Oh, that's cool. I don't remember this, to be honest. Oh shit, these little things. They're just trying to protect the main ship. They're going ahead to take the missile damage so the ship can get in. This is where the shit hits the fan. That's all I remember. Oh, that's so fucking cool. Heat vision. Just walking and shooting. Zero shits given. Holy. So this is the explosive rounds you guys were talking about in the last episode. Dude just got hit, instead of just falling on the floor, he blows up before he hits the floor. That was so cool. Part 3. Oh fuck, they just slap one? Oh yeah, that's the thing they were protecting. Shit. Here it goes. It's one way to deal with an RPG. Just walk past it. It's like a 50 caliber assault rifle or sniper bolt action. Just cleaning house, sector by sector. That's so fucking cool. Just hears him. Like nothing happened. Oh shit. Collateral damage. Oh. Is that a pulse rifle? Holy shit. This is so intense. I'm gonna have so much fun ripping this apart. Part 5. Oh no, what am I saying? Part 4. We already did part 5. Got little blankets on. I'm kidding, relax. That's it. Just holding down the gun. Explosive bullets. Oh shit. That is so wicked. It's like, got you, buddy. I'm gonna let this guy F you up. Yeah, I got a friend too. Oof. Oof. Puts his whole body into it. Ah. I want to say there's like, it's mocap, but I don't think it is. I think a lot of it is key animated. Either that or it's like 70% mocap and it's just very, 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 very well done with the cleanup. He's done a very good job with that. It looks, it's like everything's done to perfection. Holy shit. I think that's it. We've already done part 5, so we won't be looking at that again. Let's pop this bad boy into sync sketch and see what we can do. Listen, if you guys aren't subscribers of mine and you're interested in 3D animation, my whole channel is about that. And I try to keep it interesting. So if you're interested, hit that sub button and be part of the fam. So just for the sake of the length of the video, I think I'll be taking 1, maybe 2 animations from each part. Because I don't want this video to get too long. So we'll just see what seems interesting to us and just try and analyze 1 or 2. Honestly, the more I look at this, the more I'm convinced the guy is just a god. Like, I'm looking at these guys right here and you know, it's just some side characters walking and then you see them tilting to the side and just like continuing without it looking, everything just looks right. Like animation wise, nothing really stands out, and that's amazing. That's a really good thing to have when nothing stands out. Everything just feels right. I guess the one thing I'll talk about is just this scene right here. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm just gonna explain how I think it was made. I think what's happening here is just, now I could be wrong, but I feel like this entire background, so the planet behind these rocks and the ship is just a matte painting. And so what that is, it's just a painting in the background. And it just gives the illusion of depth. And I think the only thing that's actually modeled and is actually in the scene right here, that's 3D, is just these generated rocks in the mid-ground. And then we got the ship in the foreground. And so I think that's it. So I just think it's just a plain image. Then there's the rocks, and then a little bit closer is our spaceship. But again, aside from that, episode 1 doesn't really have too much animation. It's mostly just to build atmosphere. So it's just these guys on a walk cycle, which the walk cycle looks really good. The reason it looks really good is because it shows a lot of weight. We see the characters going through a passing pose here. This is the pose where, let's just pretend this is the soldier. This is a passing pose, meaning the character has one leg planted as their other leg is passing through. This is what is considered an up pose, means in their cycle of walking, this will be a point where the head is higher than the rest of the body. This is the point where the head will be higher than any part of the cycle, because when you're walking, your head kind of goes like this. And so this right here is when the character has one of the highest points in the head. Then what happens is the character drops. So as you guys can see, like the head was here, the character drops, now the head is here. But what I like about the drop is that the character bounces back up. So pay attention to his head. His head goes down here, then bounces right back up. So it's almost like a, if you guys have ever done a ball animation, it's something like that. This is what the graph for a ball animation looks like. It looks like this. It's just, that's not a boob, by the way. This is a very sharp turn here. And so what's happening is the character's coming down, hitting the lowest point, and then quickly bouncing back up. And that kind of gives it like weight. It's like, just shows that they have like a lot of armor. They're walking forward, they take a step, everything just comes down as they're going up. So it's just like really quick, sharp, like bounces like a ball. And so just pay attention to that just here. Bounce, bounce, bounce. So it's just like a bouncing ball. Thought that was pretty cool. Some basic animation right there, but very, very well done. Let's hop on to part 2. Alright, so I'm just rewatching this and I just remember this is where the slaughter happens. Holy shit. I don't know if I'm gonna analyze anything. I'm just gonna go through this frame by frame. Hope you enjoy it as much as I do. This is where the explosive rounds come in. Alright, so we got this guy's arm just completely get ripped off here. Oh my god. It's, oh, you can see it dangling, look. Oh, that's so nasty. It's just attached by like a little bit of clothing here, but it's completely ripped off. It's starting to let go of the gun here. That's just the level of detail. That's not easy to do when you're animating something. You can't just take the arm off and then like it requires like so much extra work for him to go ahead and do that. Same with this character. I'm pointing, like you guys can see what I'm pointing at. This character right here. Look at what happens. He gets shot in the stomach. You could have had him just like fall down, but no. Oh my god, his legs are falling right now, and his body's still here. He's cut in half. That's insane. Look, the top of his body's doing a flip while the bottom half of his body's falling down. Ah, that's so brutal. This one's my favorite. See this shot coming? Oh my god. His head's exploding from inside out. Oh my god. That's it, it's gone. It's all just mush. Am I gonna get demonetized for this? I don't know. I'm not really gonna analyze anything there. We're just gonna hop on to part 3. I swear to god, it's like 4th of July. These guys are blowing up one by one. Boom. 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 Alright, the tank's in place. This is where it gets interesting. Just shooting on that side. And then, oh, this is the part. We see the guy's shadow. And this is the point where he actually hears him. And he starts turning his head around. And 3 frames in, he starts reacting with his arm. So he turns his head, and as he's turning, he lifts his arm up to, and I'm assuming grab his knife from his right side. Yeah, there it is. Grabs it right there. He's just standing still, barely making any movements until this guy gets close, and then everything's just done to perfect. I'm like, maybe I caught him on something. No, everything's just perfect. I'm like, maybe it clipped through here. Nope, it comes out perfectly. Damn you. Why is this so well done? There it is. His body's just not moving at all. And he just... How cool is that? How cool is that? Ah! So good. The guy's just dangling. He's just swaying left and right. He's just not even moving. That's insane. So this is the part where he shoots at the turrets attacking him, and first of all, amazingly dynamic pose right here. It's wonderfully done. It's just beautiful. It's simple on this side, and it's just leading outwards from one side. So I don't think anyone's gonna notice that. I do, buddy. Don't worry. I notice it. But this guy's just getting shredded apart. And he's still taking the time. He's like, let me shoot. What is this armor made of? Someone let me know down below. What is this armor made of? How is it invincible? That's insane. He's still taking shots. He's just getting teared apart and just taking shots. Shoots the damn thing with a missile, and I think that's the end of that episode. Alright, 1 episode left to analyze. Oh my. If I had the time, I would go frame by frame. Just throughout the entire thing, because this thing's amazing. It's like you discover something new every time you look at it, even if you don't know the lore like me. All right, part 4. All right, so this is right before they start shooting, and I just wanted to point out how strong this has got to be for them to pull back. So the guy was holding someone up with a knife with one arm, wasn't moving the rest of his body, didn't need to rebalance or anything. It was like the guy weighed like feathers. And then he goes to click this gun and watch. he clicks, but then what happens is his fingers, it goes in, but then comes back out, and he has to retake. Yeah, it goes in, then he has to push a little bit more harder, and it finally clicks in. And let's watch that real time. Did you catch that? So it's push in, pushes back out for a frame, and then slowly pushes back in again. So if you watch it real time, it kind of clicks. It's like the level of flipping detail. And then of course that's because look how powerful these guns are. Like he has to go like just hold it down with his entire body, and we know how strong they are. It's, my god. You got his elbow just pivoting up and down, trying to like keep it down. These things could probably tear through ships. Alright, we're at this point where, oh, this thing looks like a shot out of an anime. Look at this. Comes down at such speed. And then everything, including motion blur, just stops. You can see his struggle too. The knife just going back and forth. His body is just shaking out of control. So this guy is just tearing him up. And then his glow fades. His eye darts up. Darts to the side. And then goes into this little corner. Sees the guy coming. Sees it. Probably hears the guy coming. Turns around after changing eye direction. Yeah, and he just completely swipes his hand. Gun comes off. But this guy was ready though, so as you can see, he already had his gun up, or he already had his knife up. So all he does is just brings that arm over as support. No millisecond wasted. Gun swiped, instantly the arm goes to hold the knife for more support. Even changes the positions. Oh my god, I didn't even notice this before. Switches hands mid-air. This one ends up catching the knife instead. This hand goes to just as like back support to jam it in. Shine on the knife, of course, because how? I don't know how he does this. Oof. The knife meets no resistance. It just slices through completely, tears that wire off. Oh my god, just jams it. Oh, so good, so good. And then this guy loses focus for half a second, and he just gets knife jammed into his neck. Hey, another bouncing ball. Oh my god. Beautiful, 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 beautifully done. Alright, that's about all we have time for. If you stayed this long, you're awesome. And if you enjoyed the video, lightly smash that like button if you haven't already to help me out with the YouTube algorithm. If you'd like to keep updated with the channel, you can follow me on Instagram. I'll have the link somewhere over there. And if you're into streams, your boy's gonna be streaming soon. I'm gonna be streaming either personal projects or tutorials I'm working on, and so we get to chat. So go ahead and follow me on Instagram and Twitch if you'd like. And before we end it, I just want to give a quick thank you to all my beautiful patrons. Thank you guys so much for your continuous support. Thank you for helping me increase the quality of this channel. Now with all of that out of the way, happy animating, and I will see you guys in the next video.